It's your boy, Young Money Munch. I'm here to tell you about The Rival from Godzilla Dominion because of a YouTuber named Godzilla Guy who I do watch and like, but it seems like the attention's starting to get to his head for just personal stories, but whatever. He's stating and has been stating that The Rival beats Kong and that he's extremely powerful. No. My speaker turned off. So we know Godzilla has a very good memory. We know that because he's been able to remember stuff from hundreds of millions of years ago. He remembers the Titan War. He remembers that he doesn't like Kongs. But this had to be a extremely long time ago. Because as his name states, The Rival, he'd be a rival to Godzilla. And that is somebody that Godzilla just will not forget. But yet, he forgot about his old home. But yet, he didn't forget about Ghidorah. He didn't forget about the Kong species. He didn't forget about Mothra, who God knows last time he's seen her before King of the Monsters. So I feel like all of the evidence that we currently have, all the context, points to this being probably before even the Titan War itself. Because if he forgot that he had that home, that would mean either one, he didn't care for it much, and that it was just kind of there. But he also, that means that he didn't remember The Rival, because to remember The Rival, he'd have to remember his home, since they're directly linked to each other. So he only remembers the Rival in his old home because Rei Serizawa blew up his home. So he had to go find a new one. And in Dominion, he goes to it, finds out that Tiamat is there, fights Tiamat, and wins. And it's hinted that Tiamat killed the Rival. So that would bare minimum mean Tiamat is stronger than the Rival, and Godzilla is stronger than Tiamat. So saying that he beats Kong, who is stated to be the peak of his species, I don't know about that. And I will put a link in the description as well as YouTube section, or the description and comment section of this video, of a interview with the writer of Godzilla Dominion stating that it was an adolescent Kong and that there may have been multiple. The multiple part, I'm just not gonna, I don't care. I see it as the Rival fought Godzilla and won. But he was an adolescent, which would mean he was younger than he was in Aftershock. Seems like even before he fought Ghidorah, because in the cave paintings, he was a fully grown Godzilla. You know, he was about the height that he probably was in 2014, maybe a little bit smaller. We don't know. In the cave paintings, he looks bigger, but it's happened before. So unless he shrunk, which is fair enough. This is just from all the evidence and context of just everything. He was an adolescent Godzilla, which Kong would beat the 2014 Godzilla. If you disagree, I will put my description in the comment section as well, and we can debate it. But Kong could beat the 2014 Godzilla pretty damn easy. He was slow. He wasn't fast at all. His bat fighting wasn't great. He was tired. Whatever. So I'm saying that the Rival is probably a mid-tier, right in the middle of where the Titans are. I don't doubt that he was probably the strongest Kong at the time. He might have been the strongest Kong up until our Kong showed up. But we know that our Kong is the peak of the species. Meaning the biggest, the strongest, probably the smartest, whatever. The shadow is my hand, because even though you can't see it, I'm using it to talk. Ooga booga booga. The claw. You're a real one if you get that. Not Toy Story. But yeah. So, the rival is not beating Kong. Mainly because we don't know how tall it was. So, it might have been a 200-foot ape. We don't know. It was an adolescent Godzilla, so we have no clue how big he was back then either. If I had to guess, I would say 250, 300 feet in that range is where I would put him personally. But that's with no evidence. That's completely out of my ass. I'm making that up. That's just me. That's a headcanon right there. That's pure headcanon. But yeah, if you disagree, my Discord will be in the comment section. I'm not arguing on in the comments of this. If you want to discuss, and I know Godzilla guy won't see this, but you'd have to unban me from your server that I got banned from for no reason. Or we could just do it in a different section, a different server, or a separate chat. So yeah, the rival is not that powerful. He is fairly weak. Comparing him to modern kaiju, like Kong slams him. You can't say that he loses to Mechagodzilla and stuff like that, while Kong showed slight relativity to Mechagodzilla at a weakened state. So yeah, that's it. If you like the video, subscribe, like, I'm gonna do your mom, whatever. And remember, if you're an 18-year-old or older hoochie mama, suck my dick. It'll save your life.